Next up on our fundamental kicks, let's take a look at the roundhouse kick with Anthony Pettis here.
Well, he was a great...
Now, the roundhouse kick is probably the most commonly used kick in martial arts, and it gets its name from the path that it travels. It comes around from the side to hit the target, thus the name roundhouse kick. Now, for me, whenever I teach how to throw a powerful roundhouse kick, it's all about that supporting leg. Notice the way that it's facing now, and notice the new way that it's facing as I threw that kick there. So let's break that down a little bit more. I step forward with the lead leg, and you're going to notice that it's turned out a little bit already. I'm going to zoom in here. I shift my heel over to the side as I pivot on the ball of my foot, and my heel is up. That little foot movement is super, super important because the foot moving is closely related to the hip moving, and you need the hip to get a power kick. So turn the foot in order to really use the hip. Very important. I want to get in one slow motion here so that you can see how the hip turns over as that foot pivots. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is arms. Same rule that the supporting side is up and the kicking side is able to swing, but there's some different reasons behind it. The first thing you're going to notice is the technique is a little different. My hands here, you'll see them. My left hand is actually across my face. That protects me from a straight shot like a cross. The cross is a very good counter to a roundhouse kick, so always put that hands up, that left hand up, that supporting side up to defend. And as you're doing this with the arms, what you really want to think about is turning your shoulders. Turning your shoulders will add to the foot and the hip, and now you have three sources of torque, creating a very powerful kick. So foot turns, hip turns, shoulders turn. That's the 3 points of a powerful roundhouse kick. Next thing we'll talk about is the chamber. Notice its positioning is different than the last two kicks. It's turned more on its side. You can do it other ways, which I'll cover in my advanced video, but for this, I teach it turn on the side. It works the exact same way. It's adding power to the kick by getting that quad in there, so you have a fourth source of power in addition to those 3 torque points I talked about earlier. Want to learn the ins and outs of the sport of mixed martial arts? Sign up for Knights MMA Online, the only online dojo built at Harvard University. Engage with the interactive curriculum, submit video assessments, and level up your character just like a video game.